Afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is 7:30, and that means it is time for your daily financial news. Yes, folks, I'm holding Sonny. He wanted to be held. Let's see if I can do an entire show holding on to this little cute guy. Again, May 9th, their daily financial news. Quick shout out to Pace Morby. Folks, a lot of you know who Pace is. He was gracious enough to give us almost 90 minutes yesterday. We recorded 4 amazing videos. Go ahead and check them out. I went ahead and put those video in Laura Morby's playlist so you can see what the Morbys are talking about. Kind of 2 videos specifically that were interesting to me. One was Gator lending. I had not heard of that or known what it is. Essentially, it is kind of transactional funding for folks that may not have the required maybe earnest money or down payment or something. I thought it was very interesting to help facilitate transactions. The one that really moved it for me, though, is I forget what I titled it, but basically there are 3 steps to getting anything you want in life. I think I called it manifesting. Something that is very clear about Pace is he can manifest things and he's willing to work for them. So I thought that video, the 3 steps, were very interesting and intriguing. So, and then this morning, I put out a video with that ADU guy. A lot of you are talking about ADUs. We are going to have him back next weekend. But I did want to give you some of the numbers and why I am building an ADU. Thought that would be kind of full disclosure. So on to the daily financial news. May 9th, more pain. Folks, I believe what we are suffering through today will go on par with what I suffered at the beginning of this book. If you haven't gotten this book yet, you're missing out because this book starts with an individual who lost 80% in the stock market. My entire real estate journey starts after losing 80%. I would not be standing here today if I had not suffered that loss. Again, all of that is in the book. Lots of pain coming, and I fear we will start to see pain in unexpected places. Commercial financing, startups, things of that nature. We are in for, and pain. Really, it's longer than we all want, just like all pain. So hopefully, if you've been watching this channel, I've been warning you this was coming for months. It is here. Winter isn't coming. Winter is here. And I fear this winter will be very, very, very bad. It's kind of where I sit today. Uber put out a note yesterday that should send shivers down your back if you are in the tech industry. Uber basically said, and I want to get the quotes for you, see if I can do this with one hand. Uber CEO, we need to run a leaner business. There has been a seismic shift in investor sentiment, and we need to treat hiring as a privilege. Folks, I believe what is going on at Uber, they did not say this, but this is what I think they're saying. We need to watch our burn rate. Too many companies, specifically in the NASDAQ, don't make money. They don't. They lose money faster and faster and faster. That works in a crazy bull market full of meme stocks. It does not work in the market we are in, and there will be companies going to zero. For example, when I was investing 20 some odd years ago, there were lots of search engines. We obviously know Google now dominates, Yahoo, and maybe a couple of others. Today, how many EV companies do we have? I suspect several EV companies will go bankrupt this year. They will not be able to raise. It is a different market. And then finally, we are going to talk about the top 5 cities according to the U.S. Census Bureau, where people are moving to. Might be a good spot to understand real estate investing. So again, folks, more pain ahead. Don't have any good news. If you've been watching my channel, hopefully you got prepared. Also, about burn rate, I strongly suggest you look at your family's burn rate. We talk about businesses, startups, but every family has a burn rate. What is a burn rate? Take your savings account or money market or whatever liquidity you have. Look at your monthly expenses. How many months can you survive before you go boom? That is what a burn rate is. Okay, so lots of stuff going on. Clearly, risk off. Again, I've warned you about this. I've suggested getting your shopping list ready. Do you have a shopping list? What kind of companies are you looking at? I'm not saying it's time to buy, but it is time to do the work. Bear markets are hard. They're painful, but they are relatively short when you compare to bull markets. It's the stairs up and the elevator down. Doctor Strange. Anybody see Doctor Strange this weekend? If so, leave comments below. Is it worth seeing? I don't know. I don't remember the last time I was at a movie theater. Oh, I don't know. Been a long time. Did 185 million. Will we have a blockbuster summer of return to movies? I think so. I think people need to escape, and a couple of 2-3 hours in a movie will help them do that. Top 5 destinations according to the Census Bureau. This is where people are moving. Let's see. Would I have guessed? I think I would have guessed 2 of these, maybe 3. I think I'd have guessed 2. Number 5, Denver, Colorado. Number 4, Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 3, Phoenix, Arizona. Number 2, Las Vegas. And number 1, any guesses? Houston, Texas. Haven't heard Houston, Texas a lot on the channel. If you invest in Houston, Texas, let me know about the market below. I would love to hear from you. So it's time to play over-under with CPI. It is now expected to be 8.1%. It will come out Wednesday morning. I'm going to stick with my expectation. I think I told you over the weekend I'm expecting 8.2. But let's go with 8.1 is the over-under. Do you want the over or the under? And then not to be outdone, core, which again, remember, removes food and energy, is expected to be 6.1, down from 6.5 in March. It is pretty interesting. I saw a crazy graph this morning. There were a lot of retail traders, right? The Reddit trade that crushed Wall Street, broke a hedge fund. Unfortunately, they didn't learn their lesson. They have now lost all the money that they have made. Folks, it's what I told you about Cathie Wood 9 months ago. When you are so concentrated and you happen to catch the updraft, you look like a genius and your returns are 100%. But if you don't change and the market does, you are smoke. You are done. Cathie Wood is down over 50% in 4 months. That is hard to do. That is hard to do. A couple of earnings for the week that I haven't touched on yet. Palantir came out this morning. They missed on earnings per share. Again, folks, we are in an environment where companies must make money. Palantir missed and gave very weak guidance. Lemonade coming out, AMC later today will be very interesting. Tomorrow we got Hyatt, Norwegian Cruise, and Planet Fitness. Again, what is going on with the consumer? I'll be interested to see. We also have Coinbase tomorrow. Ooh, that one might hurt. Wednesday, Krispy Kreme. God, when was the last time I had a Krispy Kreme donut? I bet you it's been 5 years. They're really good, though. And we got Disney and Rivian. I don't know. Does Rivian make it, guys? I don't know that Rivian make it. Lordstown Motors. These companies probably have a burn rate that is simply too high, and they can't get to the other side. Crazy. And then not to forget, on Wednesday, we also have Disney. Disney is interesting. Obviously, they're in the news for what's going on in Florida. That is a sideshow to the earnings. What I am worried about in the earnings is streaming. Have they lost subscribers? Are they pulling a Netflix? 2, what is going on with their parks? Are people not showing up? I think it's bad. Disney's expensive. Disney's expensive. It is a luxury. I'm not sure Disney will do great in going forward. Then on Thursday, WeWork. I forgot WeWork eventually went public. Woo, that's going to be bad. Six Flags, Affirm, Affirm. I wonder what's going on with them as well. Looks like Rivian's stock lockup ends today. There are millions and millions of shares being sold as we speak, I am sure. I think Ford is selling 8 million shares, and it is rumored that Amazon is selling 12 million. Not good, not good, not good. China, folks, I think China's in a recession. I also think China won't tell us they're in a recession. China's premier warns of grave job situation. You can't have zero COVID and 5.5% growth. You can't do it. You can't tell everybody do nothing and get growth. That's not how an economy works. I think China is in big trouble. And I think all of us, the rest of the world, will feel the impact soon. It's kind of like waves. Again, more pain coming. Bear markets, recessions, they happen. They are actually natural parts of the economy. I want to stress that. They are natural. What I hope you do is you prepare. I have been giving you videos in the last 90 days saying winter is coming. You can go back and look at my playlist. It's all there. Step one, audit your job. Make sure your W-2 is as safe as it can be. If you don't know what I mean, get close to revenue. Number two, understand your expenses. Discretionary income is key. A lot of you have sold 80, 90% of your hours before you've done anything with rent, mortgage, cars, insurance, all of that. You got to get discretionary income up. You have to have breathing room. You have to have options. You have to have the ability to save. And then, assuming you get those, go shopping. Look for assets on sale. Again, this book, this $15 book, starts at the bottom of a bear market after I got smoked by 80%. It is possible. You have to do the work. You have to own your decision. Stop blaming everybody else. You made that trade. You bought that crypto. You did that. Own your shit. Own your stuff. This is important. And then finally, Fed President Neil Kashkari. He is a dove. He is the most dove on the Fed board. He thinks neutral is at 2. I think neutral is at 3. Bullard thinks it's at 3.5. So there is a range for you. Neil Kashkari says inflation will come down, but not without a lot of pain. Let that just lay on the table, right? And then finally, folks, I looked at the stock market open, and I saw the big board, S&P 500. 3 stocks were green at the open. I don't know what it is now, but we are going to have a 90-10 day, or maybe even worse. We will have capitulation eventually. I don't know when that will occur, but more pain. Hopefully you've been listening. Hopefully you took some action. If not, I'm sorry. Uber again is telling you without telling you they are watching burn rate. Uber is telling you without telling you they may need to raise capital. They want to extend their runway. Think about Lyft. I think Lyft reported last week. I looked at their numbers at a very high level. They didn't seem to have a long runway. What does that mean? They're going to need to raise money. One thing you could do is reduce spend, whack heads, cut travel, cut capital investments, cut your software purchases. Folks, we are in it. Winter is here. It is going to be uncomfortable and painful, but you will get through this. We all will. Prepare, do the work, get ready to buy some assets. And again, try to stay out of the negativity. Try to stop feeding your brain with. There are some YouTube channels that scare me. I mean, I don't know what these people are. They think the world's going to end because there's a 20% drop in the stock market. Are you kidding me? We had 2 years of free money. You can't have a party with all the alcohol and all the drugs and all the bad stuff and not have a hangover. We are going to have the mother of all hangovers. We are in it. Time to own it. If you got cocky and got arrogant like I did in the dot-com crash, you get what you get. Let's own it. Let's learn the lessons. Let's not repeat it. And let's grow out of this because it is a great time to build wealth, but you've got to get through it. So again, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sorry to bring you, I don't know if it's bad news. I guess it's bad news. More pain, more pain, more pain. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye.